Hey guys, this is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware, and we are continuing the final week of the 2017 Dead Ball League, trying to get this sucker wrapped up. Tonight's doubleheader is going to be between the forerunner 1911 Philadelphia Athletics. They are 12-6. They travel to the Big Apple. They're going to take on the Giants, who are 7-9. We've got the league standings at the time of the first pitch. Athletics are 12-6. Pirates are 10-6, game behind. Everybody else is out for the top of the league. Some teams are still in the running for the number 2 spot. Tigers are 9-9. They only have 2 games remaining. Same with Philadelphia. This is going to be Philadelphia's last doubleheader. And then everything is up to everybody else. The Giants are 7-9, 4 games to play. The White Sox are 8-12. They wrapped it up last night. They are out of the running completely. Actually, they are in last place by a few percentage points. And the Chicago Cubs are 6-10. They win out. Everybody else loses out enough. They can tie for second, but in all likelihood, they're all but mathematically out of this one. Derek, Dodgers Royal fan, 4 dingers today. Dodgers Strat, how's it going, man? Glad you could make it to the chat. What, you talking, you get the Strat set, you good to go, or what? Yeah, we got some dead ball getting ready to roll. But Derek, Dodgers fan in the house, played a Strat game for him last night, and everybody else, of course, but man, that was a fun game. Dodgers at Royals, check it out. Dodgers spring training. There we go. Butterbench FB in the chat. Welcome. We are getting ready to roll here. Athletics at Giants. Giants are 7-9. Athletics 12-6. This is their final doubleheader of this short season. So, without any further ado, let's roll us a baseball game. Eddie Cocky Collins on the hill for the Giants. Joe Ironman McGinnity, 4-6 on his card, and opens up with a strikeout on Collins. Frank Home Run Candlestick Maker Baker, 4-7 on McGinnity's card. Grounder to second X. Gilbert is a 2 with a 13. He scoops it up. He gets it over to Dan McGann, no problem. That is 2 away. Don Heston, good evening. Welcome to the chat. Glad you could make it again. Apparently I did something right. BJ, oh, man. And the Cubbies lose their first spring training game today. Ah, man. Well, hopefully they turn it around a little bit. Really good last year. Hopefully they're back in it again. 2 outs, top of the first, Stuffy McKinnis. We're going to have a lot of spring training reports today, I'm willing to bet. Center field X, that's going to be Donlin at a 2 with a 17. And he's going to make the catch, and that's going to be 1-2-3 on the Athletics. Center field. Top of the first, we go to the bottom of the inning. Derek says, Dodgers pimp slap the White Sox today. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Here we go. Mike Turkey Donlin leading off 4-7. Chief Bender, and Bender issues a strikeout to the leadoff batter as well. 1 away. Art Devlin, third bagger. Facing Chief Bender on the hill for the Athletics. 1-9 grounder to third. That is 2 outs. Take us to left fielder Sam Mertz. 4-6 on Bender's card. Fly ball to center field, and 1-2-3 go the Giants. Scoreless first inning. To the top of the second we go. Rube Oldring, center fielder, going to be leading off Larry Harris. That's right, 1-2-3, nothing across for both teams. OH, good sir, glad you could make it. Rube Oldring leading off, top of the second, 6-11 on McGinnity's card, grounder to first. Call that a 3-4. 15 base runner Ruby was. 1 away. Danny Murphy, right fielder. 4-9 on McGinnity's card, fly out to left. That is 2. Brings us to Briss Lord, left fielder. And you can see the standings for those of you as of the first pitch. Those are the standings in the league. And a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, you'll be able to see it. Briss Lord, 6'5" on McGinnity's card. That is going to be strikeout number 2 for Iron Man. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. The A's not having the easy time of it here this final week. Everybody wanting to be all beaten up on them and stuff. George Brown, right fielder, leading off for the Giants. Chief Bender on the hill, 3-11 strikeout. His second strikeout to match Joe McGinnity. Dan McGann, 5-5, and that is going to be a long fly ball to right field. Back goes Danny Murphy, gets underneath it close to the wall, makes the running catch. 2 away, Roger Bresnahan. Hello and bye. Mike McAllister, how is it going? Get some business done. Want to hear from you later. Hopefully, we're going to get some good news. All righty. Roger Bresnahan, 2 outs, 6-5 on Bender's card, and that's going to break the ice. 2-out single for Bresnahan. The catcher extends the inning, brings up second bagger Billy Gilbert. 4-8 on Bender's card, grounder to short X. Barry is a 2 with a 2. That's going to get through for a single. 2 outs, 2 on. Bad Bill Dolan looking for a reason to get ejected from the game. 3-6. Doobie-doobie-doo. Get back on it. Single. And the Giants, Bresnahan is a 113. 2 outs. He's a 115, and he scores. RBI single for Bad Bill Dolan, and the Giants are up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second. Brings us Joe McGinnity, 2 outs. Going to swing 6-3. Fly ball to right field X. Danny Murphy is a 2 with an 18. Lazy fly ball to left field. Murphy charging in, gets underneath it. Good position, makes the catch. Giants score a run, though. We go to the top of the third. Athletics are down 1-0. Jerry Ball, good evening. Glad you can make it to the chat. And Jack Berry leading off. Shortstop, 7th in the order against Joe McGinnity. 2-4, grounder to short. That is 1 away. Ira Thomas, catcher. 5-10, Joe McGinnity, and he hits a double to the gap. The catcher stands up, coming into second. Brings us Chief Bender. And Bender, he's got a couple there. Bender's going to lay it down and does so well. That is a 5-4 on the sacrifice. Thomas makes it the third. 2 outs. Eddie Collins, 365 hitter and 11, just needs to do it. 5-8 off McGinnity's card, pops up behind first base. Nothing going for the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the third. I'm going to bring us top of the order for the Giants. Mike Turkey Donlin, Art Devlin, Sam Mertz facing Chief Bender. 1-11, ground ball third. That's going to be out number 1. Top of the order having a rocky start for the Giants. Art Devlin, 1-4. And that, too, means Art Devlin knocks it out of the park. Home run. Don't see that every day in the Dead Ball League. Solo shot for Art Devlin. Giants go up 2-0. Sam Mertz. Yeah, I'm going to have to order the 68 cards as well, but I had to wait until I had a little bit more money because I kind of needed to be able to travel to Glen Head, so it's going to have to wait. But I will be getting the 68 set. I guarantee you I will. All righty. For Larry. Larry, you should be getting them anytime. Where are you? Not to divulge, if you don't mind, where are you? But they should have shipped out on Tuesday, and it's Friday. And if you're in Ohio, you should have gotten them by now, I would think. Anyway, all right. Sam Mertz, 410 off Bender's card. Catch card X. That's going to be Ira Thomas, a 2 with an 18. Roll it again. A 2 with a 14. Foul out. It's going to be out number 2. And George Brown, right fielder. 2-5, single to extend the inning. Back on track here. Y'all distracted me, but in a good way. I figured. I'm surprised you didn't get them by today, Larry. Really, Northeast Ohio. I mean, yeah. I get stuff from Ohio, UPS at the store, parts store, 2 days. I mean, getting stuff from like Anchor out of Cleveland and stuff like that. Very odd. I don't know. All right. Dan McGann, 5-3. They'll be along shortly. Hopefully they'll be in tomorrow, Larry. Really, they'll hopefully they will be in. All right. Dandy 5-3. Grounder to short for Dan McGann. That's an X. Barry is a 2 with a 15. Scoops it up. Gets it over to McInnes. That is out number 3. 1 run for the Giants in the bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th. Athletics are trailing by 2. They're coming by canoe. Oh, geez, they're not sending it up the Mahoning, are they, on a steamboat? I think the Delawares and the Shawnees might interrupt the travel there. Frank home run candlestick maker Baker leading off the top of the 4th. 3-9 draws a walk from McGinnity. So we've got a man on for the Athletics. They're going to put the hold on him, take him 1-11. Stuffy McInnes, 321, is going to swing 1-6, and that is caught that really skinny split there. He's got a double. He knocks Baker around a 3rd, and with no outs, top of the 4th, Athletics have got 2 men in scoring position. Rube Oldring, 3-5, draws the walk to load the bases. Infield is coming in. Giants are playing shallow. Here is the pitch to Danny Murphy. 3-10 strikeout. Best possible outcome in that circumstance. The infield is back to normal double play depth now. Briss Lord. 3-10 grounds back to the pitcher. And they're able to get Oldring at second. They go on to first, not in time. And that scores a run. Home run Baker scores. McInnes makes it to 3rd. Athletics have 1 on, 2 outs. That was there. Jack Barry. A 6-3 on McGinnity's card. Fly ball to right field X. That's going to be George Brown with a 2. And an 8, and he gets underneath that. He makes the catch to end the inning. Athletics get a run back. We go to the bottom of the 4th. I hear you, Jerry. Before long, we're going to have 3 weekends in a row. Super Bowl, Daytona 500, and opening day. Man. It just speed things up. Nothing we can do about it. It's all about the almighty dollar. Roger Bresnahan, catcher, bottom of the 4th, leading off against Chief Bender, 2-5, single for Bresnahan. Let's see if I can stay on the game for a while here. Billy Gilbert, second baseman. He is going to lay down the bunt, and he beats it out. Infield single for Billy Gilbert. Bad Bill Dolan. He's going to do the same thing. And it's not going to work quite as well. Pops out. Runners will hold 1 away. Brings us to Joe McGinnity. And Joe McGinnity is going to swing 3-4 ground ball to third. They're going to double up on Gilbert. Knew we should have tried to lay it down. Giants score nothing, bottom of the fourth. We are the top of the fifth. Your score 2-1 New York over Philadelphia. Ira Thomas, catcher, will be leading off. 8th in the order, followed by Chief Bender and Eddie Collins. 3-4, and Thomas leads off with a single, his second base hit of the game. Chief Bender is going to lay down the bunt. Does so well. 5-4 sacrifice again down the third base line. 2 sacrifice hits for Bender so far in this game. That's going to bring us to cocky Eddie Collins. He will be swinging away, and I will be dropping the white die on the second attempt to pick it up. So let me get my back up. I can see it, but I'm not going to try to get it now because that will be an exercise in futility. I know how these things work. Eddie Collins, 5-11 off McGinnity's card, grounder to first. And that is going to allow, it's a C, allow Thomas to get to third base. 2 outs. Tying run is 90 feet away for Frank Home Run Candlestick Maker Baker. 5-11 McGinnity's card. Fly ball left field X. Mertz is a 3 within 11. And he falls in, gets past him to the wall. Baker is on second with an RBI double. Ira Thomas scores. Athletics tied up at 2. Stuffy McInnes, first baseman. E-Strat. 4-7 ground ball, second base X. That's going to be Billy Gilbert is a 2 with a 7. Scoops it up, gets it over to Dan McGann, and that will be out number 3. Athletics tied up, top of the 5th. And a drop of a red die too there, Jerry. Go ahead, point that out. Don't be all on the white there. Dun 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 dun. All right, as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, Mike Turkey Donlin grounds out to first. Call that a 3-4, 1 away. Giants, Art Devlin at the plate. 2-4 flies out to left. That is 2 away. Sam Mertz, left fielder. Well, no, the white and the red. I dropped each one on 2 successive rolls. 4-8 on Bender's card. Grounder to short X. Barry is a 2 with a 2, and that's going to be a seeing eye single. On the left side of the infield, Mertz is on base. 2 outs. Brings up George Brown. 1-10 single. Mertz is now a 119 going to third. 20s do happen, but it didn't happen this time. Men at the corners, 2 away. Chief Bender would really like to get out of this inning quickly here. 1-8, and that is a 2-star single, RBI single. Giants back on top. Scores Mertz. Brown's over to third. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher. ID Jester in the chat. All is well, good sir. Glad you could make it for a little bit of dead ball action this evening. 1-7 Bresnahan grounds to third, and that will end the inning. But the Giants take that run back from the A's, and they have still a 1-run lead. It is 3-2. We go to the top of the 6th. Rube Oldring, Ruby. 6-10 off McGinnity's card. Single. Leadoff base hit for Rube Oldring, center fielder. Brings us to Danny Murphy. 4-4. Grounder to third X. Devlin is a 3 with a 1. That'll be a single. That will be a single and allows Oldring to advance to third. Briss Lord, Athletics looking to do this again. 4-11, grounder back to the box. McGinnity is a 2 with a 17. And they're able to double up on Murphy going to second. 1-6-3, we will call that. And that's going to, yep. Get ahead of yourself there, Chris. Two outs, 3. Other runners advance a base. It is not an RBI because a second out was made and the defense decided to go for 2 outs, so they sacrificed the run. I remember that rule. Thank you very much. So no RBI there. However, it happened on Lord's at bat. Jack Berry, 2 outs, nobody on base. Game is tied up 1-10, and he hits a double, stand-up double. Standing on second, Ira Thomas at the plate. Joe McGinnity, 1-6, a single. Jack Berry is a 1-16, 2 outs, 1-18, and the 20 happens. He's thrown out at the plate. We'll call that a 9-2, thrown out. Happened. Oh dear, that was close. 3-3. The tie ball game is hanging on for the impending arrival of our Red Sox fan, no doubt. Bottom of the 6th coming up, Billy Gilbert. Leading off for the Giants, 3-6, grounder to short. That is out number 1. Great throw indeed. We're going to give that one to George Brown, right fielder. Bad Bill Dolan. Yeah, I got the white out again. So what? Yes, it's white out. Quit chapping. 5-5. Dolan flies out to right. That is 2 away. And Joe McGinnity at the plate facing Chief Bender. 5-5. Just missed that awesome split. Fly ball to right field ends the inning. If that had been a 2 or a 1, well, if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, it'd be a very Merry Christmas. Max Cornelius, welcome to the chat. Good to see you there, buddy. All righty. McGinnity on the hill facing Chief Bender, top of the 7th. That is 4-6 on McGinnity's card, and this time Bender can't bunt, so it's a strikeout. Eddie Collins, second baseman. 2-11, ground ball to second. That is 2 away. Frank home run candlestick maker Baker, 1-8 double. His second double of the game, his second double in a row. Extends the inning. Stuffy McInnes facing Joe McGinnity. Iron Man 3-10, grounds out to short. Ends the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th at the old ball game. Mike Turkey Donlin back to the top of the order for the Giants. Facing Chief Bender, still on the hill. Going strong, 6-6 off Bender's card. That is a leadoff single for Donlin. Art Devlin, third baseman. 2-7. Grounds to third. They get to second base to get Donlin over to first, and not in time. Not in time. Sam Mertz, 1 out, man on first. They're going to put the hold on Devlin, take him to a 114, and he's going to try and steal, and he's going to be successful. Stolen base. He is on second. Mertz at the plate. 1-7. Mertz base clearing triple, and the Giants go on top again. Devlin scores 4-3 Giants. Oops, this has been piecemeal scoring the whole game. The whole game they've been doing it. Jerry Ball, go white outs. I mean, white elephants. Yes, I've used the whiteout, Max. Thanks. George Brown, 3-9 strikeout. And that will be out number 2. Dan McGann. No major corrections needed. Not yet. 5-9 grounder to second. That is going to end the 7th inning. Giants score their 4th run. They've got a 1-run lead going into the top of the 8th, and now the A's have to keep up again. Down a run, Rube Oldring leading off, center fielder. Facing Joe McGinnity. Both starters still on the hill for their teams. Flies out to center field. Easy play for Donlin. That is 1 away. Danny Murphy, right fielder. 1-9, and he gets on with a single, his second base hit of the game. Next up, Briss Lord struck out. Grounded to the pitcher, got on fielder's choice and grounded into a double play. 1-7, and this time pops up behind third base. Easy play for Art Devlin. It's underneath it, 2 away. Murphy on first, Jack Berry shortstop facing McGinnity. 5-3 grounder to first X. That's going to be McGann. He's a 2 with a 15. And he scoops it up and gets it over to Bender, to McGinnity covering on the play. So we'll call that a 3-1. And the Athletics unable to follow a run with a run. Momentum is definitely on New York's side here at the moment. Oh, don't worry. You're doing enough for the both of you, Jerry. Kenny will be on soon enough. And you boys can play. Just play nicely with the other YouTubers. Roger Bresnahan. 2-6 leading off against Bender, and that's a single. His third base hit of the game, including legging out. Nope, a single. He was bunted around a second. Pop up. Yeah, that's how that went. Okay. So Billy Gilbert. He's got 2 hits so far in this game. 6-4 off Bender's card. Fly ball to right field. That is 1 away. Bad Bill Dolan, shortstop, 8th in the order. 5-7 strikeout. Chief Bender catches Bad Bill Dolan. Swinging at the knee cheese. Joe McGinnity. He's going to bat. Looks like he'll be pitching the 9th. 2-7. He goes down swinging. So it is 4-3 after 8 innings. Catcher Ira Thomas is up for the Athletics. He is 3 for 3 so far tonight. He has got a hot streak going. He's going to face McGinnity. 4-6 goes down swinging. And it looks like they are going to pinch hit for Chief Bender. So let me do a wee little bit of score sheet housekeeping here, if I may. Bump, bump, bump. Here, got to bring in Jack Lapp. Got to. All right. Jack Lapp is coming in to pinch hit for Chief Bender. Just in case it comes to it, Bender went 8. Lapp. Pinch hitter. 110 and a C stealer. Here we go, Joe McGinnity with the pitch. 6-7. Fly ball to center field. That is out number 2, and that is going to bring us to Eddie Cocky Collins. Got to keep it alive. 5-9, and does so with a single. Collins with his first base hit. Bresnahan's going to put the hold on him. That takes him to a 113 stealing, and he's going to do it, and he's going to make it. Frank home run Baker, man on second, chance to tie this up. Go ahead, run at the plate. 6-5 strikeout. McGinnity ends the inning, ends the game. Giants in a big way. 4-3, your final score. Barrel, there it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, goodness. Let me get some things straightened up here real quick, and then we will do some stats. As I'm doing this, please consider your votes for player of the game. These guys back where they belong. I want you back where you belong. No. All right, let's see. You go there. Where did I put you? I thought I put you there. You trying to sneak a trade on me? Tell you what. I caught you that time. All right, your final score, New York Giants 4-3. Don't believe there were any errors. I don't have any marked, so cleanly fielded game. Let's get the batters. McGinnity went 9, got the win. Complete game for both starters. All righty. Philadelphia, Collins, 1 of 5. Stolen base and a strikeout. Baker is 2 of 4. Runs scored, 1 batted in, 2 doubles. K and a walk. Stuffy McInnes, 1 of 4 with a double. Rube Oldring, 1 of 3. Runs scored and a walk. Danny Murphy, 2 of 4. Strikeout. Briss Lord is 0 for 4. Run batted in, strikeout. Jack Berry is 1 of 4 with a double. Ira Thomas, 3 of 4. Run scored, double, strikeout. Chief Bender, 0 for 1. 2 sacrifice hits, strikeout, and Jack Lapp pinch hitting the backup catcher 0 for 1. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11 hits for the Athletics, which means McGinnity gave up 11 hits in 9 innings, 3 runs, all of them earned. He walked 2. He struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No homers. And yeah, everybody's hollering for Iron Man right now. Nice game for Iron Man. Complete game win, struck out 6. Not too shabby. Let's see what we got at the plate. Mike Donlin, Turkey Donlin, 1 of 4 with a strikeout. Art Devlin, 1 of 4. Scored 2 runs, got on with the fielder's choice. 1 run batted in. Home run, stolen base. 2 for 4, Sam Mertz. Run scored, run batted in, triple. George Brown, 2 for 4. 2 strikeouts. Dan McGann, 1 of 4. 1 run batted in. 3 for 4, catcher Roger Bresnahan. Scored a run. Billy Gilbert, 2 for 4. 1 for 4, Bad Bill Dolan. Run batted in and a strikeout. And Joe McGinnity, 0 for 4. I have to go for the pitcher who went the distance. Yes, definitely. Player of the game, Joe McGinnity. The pitchers get that a lot in the dead ball league. How many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13 hits for New York, which means Bender went 8 innings, gave up 13 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. No walks, struck out 5, and issued a home run to Art Devlin in the bottom of the 3rd. So player of the game is going to be Joe McGinnity, Iron Man. Final score for game 1, New York Giants 4, Philadelphia Athletics 3. So that means the A's are now 12-7, and the Giants are now 8-9. And the landscape of this league keeps changing in the later parts of the season. All right, let's get ready to go with game 2 here. On the hill for the Athletics is going to be Eddie Plank and Christy Mathewson. Doing it for the Giants. He's got a 4, so he's ready. Eddie Plank needs a 2. Let's get these guys where they are supposed to be. Right there. Down a little. Christy Mathewson next to them. Giants. Eddie Plank. And here we go. Jerry Ball, game final, 1972, A's 4, 1972 Tigers 0. Catfish Hunter, complete game. 5-hit shutout for Oakland. Get the split white elephants. Yes, the Athletics. Jerry's got a win for the Athletics, and we need to get a win for the Athletics. Pretty much, if they win a game, they've knocked everybody out of contention except for Pittsburgh at this point. If they win this game. So Philadelphia is really looking to solidify what's going on in the league here. Let's go. Eddie Collins leading off against Christy Mathewson. 2-4 grounder to first. That will be out number 1 of the second game of the dead ball doubleheader. Frank home run candlestick maker Baker 2-6 single gets on. Stuffy McInnes first baseman. 4-2 grounder back to the box, gets Baker at second. McInnes gets on with the fielder's choice. Rube Oldring, center fielder, 2 outs, facing Mathewson. 4-4 on Mathewson's card. Mathewson gives up a base hit. McInnes is now a 1-17 going to third, and he makes it. So men at the corners, 2 outs, top of the first, Danny Murphy. And 6-6, Mathewson with the K gets out of the inning. As we go to the bottom of the first, I would like to make our commercial announcement. If you enjoy watching the video of this game and are interested, if you don't have it already, in purchasing this game or finding out more about it, go to www.strat-o-matic.com. That's strat-o-matic, just like my channel name.com. For the maker of these fine games, cards and dice, tabletop, PC versions as well of baseball, football, basketball, hockey. They also have college football for the PC. For in-print card sets and games and PC rosters, go to strat-o-matic.com. Here we go, bottom of the first. Mike Turkey Donlin, 2-7, fly ball to right, and that is 1 away. Art Devlin at the plate. 5-8 off Eddie Plank's card, and that is a strikeout. Plank with a whiffer in the first inning. Sam Mertz, left fielder, rolls a 5-8 again. 2 in a row for Plank. Sets down the Giants in order. We go to the top of the second. Briss Lord is going to be leading off, 6th in the order. I do have Baker hitting second. Yes, I do. I made these lineups, didn't go off historical anything, just made them up in the beginning of the season and went with it. And let me look, and I'll try to figure out what my thinking was. I think my thinking was he had a speed, a base running 16, and I wanted him at the top. 334 behind Eddie Collins. Collins was going to get on a lot. Baker was going to get him around a lot. McInnes, slightly slower, a 321. I mean, I just worked my way down speed and average. Oldring, a 115, a 297. Murphy, a 115, a 329. But Oldring had more triples in just about as many at bats, so that is why I went with Oldring in 4th. So yeah, that's what I went with. I didn't go historical on this. I just made the lineups as I went. Top of the second, Briss Lord, left fielder, 5-7 off Christy Mathewson's card. Low on the split, liner to second base. Jack Berry, shortstop, 3-10, and that is a single with 1 out. Top of the second. Jack Berry is an A stealer. Bresnahan will put the hold on him, takes him down to 1-11. Ira Thomas, 3-8 grounds to third. They're able to get Berry at second, not in time to get Thomas at first. He is on with a fielder's choice, 2 outs. Gettysburg Eddie. 2-10 strikeout. Badink, nothing going on. Top of the second. Bottom of the second coming up. So we straighten these guys up. Alrighty. And Jerry Ball says Baker is their power guy. Baker is their power guy. With this team and looking at all the stats of all the players, not by an awful lot. But yes, he had more home runs. He had more doubles by 3, more home runs by about 5 or 6. Great average. I mean, not taken away from Baker at all. Yes, he was their power guy, definitely. Best slugging percentage on the team, to my recollection. George Brown, 6'6". Eddie Plank's card, fly ball to center. That is one way. Dan McGann, 299 batter in 1905, facing Eddie Plank, 4-6, and that breaks the ice for the Giants. That'll be a single. 12 on the split. Needed 4 or higher. 3 or higher for the double. Roger Bresnahan at the plate, 4-6, and that is higher. Double for Bresnahan, 2 stars, knocks McGann around to third base. Oh, I know it's cool, Jerry. No, point things out, man, because honestly, I love interacting with you. The more I learn, dude, I am totally cool with it. Point stuff out like that. You know how many of your nicknames I've written on these cards? There's one. I've written a lot of nicknames on here, and it's really added a lot of flavor to the league, and I do appreciate your input, man. All of you guys, I really do appreciate your input. Even the whiteout crap makes me want to come back for more. Billy Gilbert, 1-9 single. Scores McGann. Bresnahan, third. He's going to try to score 1-13 and just does so. 2 RBI single for Billy Gilbert. Giants go up on top, 2-0. Bad Bill Dolan facing Eddie Plank. Gettysburg Eddie in trouble early here. 6-2 ground ball back to the box. They get Gilbert going to second. Why did I rate Barry? That's Dolan. Don't worry, there wasn't a trade. Just a dummy stat guy who can't fill a scorecard out right. So he is on with the fielder's choice. 1 out, 2 outs. Christy Mathewson at the plate. 5-12 off Plank's card. Draws a walk to extend the inning. Donlin gets to second. Brings us back to the top of the order. Turkey Donlin. You are welcome, Jerry. They call him Home Run Baker. He only hit 11. Yes, that's right, Derek. But, I mean, back in those days, I mean, the home run was the triple. You didn't get your guy around all 4 bases, but if you had bases loaded, you had 3 runs in. The triple was the dead ball home run. 3-8 for Turkey Donlin. Single, 2 stars. That'll score Donlin. Mathewson gets to Dolan, rather. Mathewson gets to third. Giants put another one on the scoreboard. Art Devlin. Eddie Plank is in trouble early here. 2-2. Lines out to second, and that is going to put the screws to the Giants score fest. They score 3. Bottom of the second. Yeah, they're finally waking up this season. Hopefully not too little too late. But they've been on fire the last 3 games, and this will make number 4. Eddie Collins leading off top of the third. 6-9 on Mathewson's card. Fly ball to left field. The only fly ball in a sea of strikeouts in Mathewson's 6th column. Frank home run, Candlestick Maker Baker. 1-12. Fouls out. Plus a chance of an injury. 19, he will be out for the rest of this game. Top of the third, and Philadelphia is going to notice that gap on the hot corner. Let me get a suitable replacement. And it's probably, well, let's see. I don't know. Who have we got that can play third? We've got Claude Derrick. Proved very capable when Jack Berry was injured once or twice earlier in the season, and I think he is going to be brought in to play third base, Claude Derrick. So let me write his vitals on the scorecard here if I could. Claude Derrick will play third for the remainder of this game. 3 is his range. He's a 1 to 14 runner. He is a B stealer. 2 outs. Stuffy McInnes. 4-4. Single to extend the inning. His second time on base on through a fielder's choice. His first time up. Rube Oldring singled his last time up. Dusty Mathewson with the pitch, 5-9, grounder to second, and he'll flip that, and not a problem. Gilbert will flip that to Dolan. And that is going to end the inning. No runs for the Athletics. We go to the bottom of the third. Home run Baker out of the rest of the game. They lose a grade on range at third, but more importantly, they lose his bat. Sam Mertz leading off, left fielder, 1-7 against Eddie Plank, triple. Gettysburg Eddie is getting tagged in this game. Athletics have also been on a tear. They've lost 3 in a row. They were 12-4. They're now 12-7. This is their final game of the season. They really need to pull this one out somehow. And the Giants are just rolling. McGraw is very, very happy man. George Brown, right fielder, 5-9, and that's going to be a strikeout. 1 away. Dan McGann, first baseman, 299 batter. Squeeze, 7. Batter pops out. Runners hold. 2 outs. 6-7 would have been a ground ball anyway, so I don't feel so bad about trying to get that run across the plate. Roger Bresnahan, catcher, doubled his last time up, scored a run, 6-4 off Plank's card, grounder to third X. Here we go. Claude Derrick is a 3 with a 5, and he scoops it up. He gets it over to Stuffy McInnes. Trial by fire, out number 3. Giants are not permitted a run. We go to the top of the 4th. They do hold a 3-0 lead over the Philadelphia Athletics. Danny Murphy, right fielder, leading things off, struck out his last time up. 3-4 against Mathewson, grounds out to short, and that is 1 away. Briss Lord, left fielder, rather. Christy Mathewson on the hill. Here's the pitch, 6-6, strikeout. Mathewson's third of this game. Coming into the middle innings strong. Jack Berry, shortstop. 6-5 off Mathewson's card, another strikeout. Christy Mathewson showing why he is one of the original members elected into the Hall of Fame. One of the first 5. All righty. Billy Gilbert, second baseman, 7th in the order for the Giants, leading off. Eddie Plank still on the hill. Shaky start, but he can pull it together by giving Gilbert his second single of the game. Bad Bill Dolan. 3-11 pops out behind third base. Easy for Claude Derrick. That'll bring us to Christy Mathewson. Mathewson is going to lay down the bunt. 10 does not do it very well. Batter is safe. 1-6. Fielder's choice. Out on the bunt. 2 away. Mathewson on first. Back to the top of the order. Turkey Donlin. He's swinging at Plank's pitch. 2-8, draws a walk. His second time on base. Mathewson around to second. Advances a base. Art Devlin. 3-6. Pops out to short. And that is 3 away. Derek Dodgers Royals fan says Giants use only 6 pitchers all year. Teams use 6 pitchers a game now. Yes, and I'll tell you what, I went through and I made extra players for larger rosters for these based on the strat-o-matic card viewer app, which you can get from strat-o-matic.com for $4.99 a month. You can see any advanced card setup because they do them from the computer game. And they've got them from 1871 now to 2017. But I made a lot of extra players by trying to balance that, so that way I'd have larger rosters. There was nobody for the Giants. I had to add John McGraw and Moonlight Graham, who both only had one at bat. And no hits, just to have more cards on the team. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. All right, here we go to the top of the 5th. Catcher Ira Thomas, 8th in the order, leading off against Mathewson. Will be followed by Plank and back to Collins at the top of the order. 110 pops out to 3rd. 1 away. Gets jammed by Christy Mathewson. Plank at the plate. 4-6, and he ekes out a single. Mathewson gives up the base hit. 5th base hit yielded by Christy in this game. Eddie Collins, 1-8, 2-star single, knocks Plank around to 3rd. And here in the top of the 5th, the Athletics have some business. Claude Derrick, 230 batter. 3-7, fly ball to left field. It is long, it is deep, it is caught by Sam Mertz. Here comes the relay. Plank tags up, plenty of time for him to score. Athletics play to run. 3-1 is your score. Stuffy McInnes, 2 outs here, top of the 5th. Christy Mathewson with the pitch, 2-7, hard grounder hit the 3rd, scooped up by Art Devlin over to Dan McGann. And that's going to be out number 3. A's are on the board, though, so they're not going quietly into this night. Sam Mertz going to lead off the bottom of the 5th for the Giants. Eddie Plank is on the hill, but with a somewhat short leash. 2-10, grounder back to the box for Mertz. That is 1 away. Easy play for Plank over to Stuffy McInnes, first baseman. George Brown, right fielder, 4th in the order. 2-10, and he gets a single. Lifts one over the left side of the infield. Falls in front of Bristlord. He brings it back in. Plank with the pitch to Dan McGann, first baseman. 2-8, pops up behind shortstop. Easy play for Jack Berry. And that'll be 2 down. Man on first. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher. Archie Graham was real, 1905. And his circumstances were real. He was brought up late in the year. He got to play the 9th inning in right field. He did not get, actually, well, let's look, because I do have his card here. I made it. I've got his stats. Moonlight Graham. Archibald Moonlight Graham. He did have 1 at-bat. He did not get a hit. Yes, he was a real player, and how it was portrayed in the movies for his circumstances in real life is how his real life was as far as playing. Back to the game, Roger Bresnahan takes the pitch from Plank, and that is a single. Brown to 2nd, 2 outs. He's now 118, gets to 3rd. Men at the corners for the Giants. Eddie Plank in familiar territory here. Billy Gilbert, 2nd baseman. 6-5 on Plank's card. Hard liner hit the first. McInnes' glove is all over it and gets Eddie Plank and the Athletics out of the inning. Go to the top of the 6th. 3-1 is your score. Dooby-dooby-doo. Rube Oldring. 6-9. Fly ball to left field. Lead off at bat in the top of the 6th. That's 1 away. Danny Murphy, right fielder. 2-9, and he gets a 1-out single, his first base hit of the game. Bristlord, left field, facing Christy Mathewson. 4-9 off Mathewson's card, pops it up behind first. Easy play for Dan McGann. That is out number 2. Jack Berry, shortstop. It's on. I didn't think he had an at-bat, but strat-o-matic has him down for 1 at-bat, Jerry. Strat-o-matic has him down for 1 at-bat. I didn't think he had ever had an at-bat. Jack Berry, 6-4 off Mathewson's card, strikeout. His 2nd time going down, swinging at the knee cheese. No runs for the A's, top of the 6th. We go to the bottom of the inning, and now Jerry's going to make me dig out my great big book down here behind my right butt cheek on this bottom shelf. These new shelves that I got so I could do stuff better. Underneath all of my past projects and some research papers regarding baseball. And we're going to get the big book. Not hit the camera? No. We're going to find out here real quick. Wow, I'll never do that again as long as I live. One page off. There it is. Moonlight Graham. One game. Yep, no at-bats. Maybe the one is the game on strat-o-matic stuff. We'll have to double-check that real quick. But, yeah, Archibald Wright Graham, born 11/9/1876, the first year of the National League in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Died August 25th of 65 in Chisholm, Minnesota. He was 5'10" and a half, 170 pounds when he was in the majors, and his debut, June 29th, 1905. So not a call-up at the end of the season. That was inaccurate in the movie. That was inaccurate in the movie. Not a late season call-up. June 29th of 1905. It's the middle of the season. But there you go. That's my old baseball encyclopedia. I got like, oh, Lord, at least 25 years ago. Coming up on 30, I guarantee. Oh. And I probably got it when I first got strat-o-matic. I'm willing to bet you anything. So I probably had that book since about 1992. Yeah, it'd be about 25 years. Okay. Boom. Got it from Walden Books in Dover Mall in Dover, Delaware. It's $25 at that time. All right, here we go. That's our research corner of the program. Bad Bill Dowling. 8th in the order, leading off, bottom of the 6th, 6-9 on Eddie Plank's card. Fly ball to right field. That is one away. Christy Mathewson due up. He's going to bat against Plank. He's pitching a strong game. 4-5 on Plank's card and a single for Mathewson. His third time on base, his first base hit of the game, a walk and on with a fielder's choice earlier. Ha-dee-da-dee-da. Sacrifice bunt that didn't work out. Turkey Donlin, 1 out, 3-6. And that is a double going to knock Mathewson around to third. 3-6. Double, yes. So minute, second, and third, 1 out for the Giants. Eddie Plank. Infield is in. Art Devlin, 5-9, strikeout. Best thing that could have happened right there. It's going to bring us to Sam Mertz, left fielder. He's been known to pop off a triple every now and again, like he did back in his second at bat and top of the third. 1-7. Holy crap, he does it again. Base clearing triple. The triple is the home run of the dead ball era. The Giants score 2 more runs. 5-1 is now your score in the bottom of the 6th. The triple is the home run era. Is the dead ball era home run. Yes, I miss Walden Books too. And then Borders. Borders was a good one. We've got a Barnes & Noble down the road in Salisbury, Maryland, but they got rid of their cushy chairs about 5 or 6 years ago. So I haven't been there in a long time because we would go there, check out some books, sit down, read stuff, get on a computer for about 3 or 4 hours. And I'd always buy something when I left. I would always buy something if I was going to sit there and enjoy their chairs. But I'll tell you what, they're all about moving people in and out anymore. There's no sitting about and lounging anymore. I miss that. That was always fun. All right, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th, Sam Mertz. And the White Elephants are indeed fading. 6-7. That's going to be ground ball shortstop X. Barry is a 2 with a 17. And that's going to be an easy ground ball over to Stuffy McInnes. Out number 3. But 2 more runs across the plate for the Giants. We go to the top of the 7th. And Giants have a 5-1 lead over the Athletics. Of Philadelphia, 1911 variety. Ira Thomas, catcher, leading off. Top of the 7th, 4-4 on Christy Mathewson's card, and he leads off with a single, his first base hit of the game. Eddie Plank. They're going to pinch hit for Eddie Plank. He's coming out of the game. Yes, I know. He's coming out of the game. 5 runs. Beleaguered. They need to get something going at the plate, and they need it now. Not later. Now. Jack Lapp is going to come in and pinch hit. Gettysburg Eddie is out. They still have the cafe in the sitting areas, the tall chairs and the small tables. And we go, it's still been a couple of years, but I like the coffee. And it's right up by the magazines, and I check them out, but it's not like it used to be. It really isn't. Jack Lapp, pinch hitting for Gettysburg Eddie. 110, C runner. Eddie is done. There will be a new pitcher in the bottom of the 7th. Red pin at the ready. No longer Eddie. Here comes the pitch from Christy Mathewson. No outs, top of the 7th. 2-9. And that is a double for Jack Lapp. Thomas around to third. He'll be held at third. 110 base runner. Men at second and third. And they're bringing in a pinch runner for Jack Lapp. And it will be Amos Strunk. Strunk, pinch runner. 15A at second base. Behind Ira Thomas. I'm not picked up leader. All right. So Strunk goes right there. Top of the 7th. Eddie Collins. 3-10 single. A's are scoring runs. 1-star single. That is going to score Ira Thomas. That is going to knock Strunk over to third. No outs. First and third. Claude Derrick at the plate. Christy Mathewson still on the hill. 3-11. Grounder 2 short. And they're going to double up on Collins. 6-4-3. But that is going to allow, what was it? 3-11 ground ball A. That is no runners. If runners are not forced, they hold. Strunk is checked at third. So 2 outs. Only 1 run scored so far. All righty. Stuffy McInnes, 2-9. Fly ball to left, and that is out number 3. Athletics score run in the top of the 7th. It is 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th at the old ball game. Who's going to come in and pitch for the Athletics? I'm thinking Dave Danforth. Dave Danforth is going to come in. So Plank went 6. Dave Danforth coming into the game. La-di-da-di-da. Dan McGann, first baseman, leading off. Bottom of the 7th inning, 3-9. Fly ball to left field. That is out number 1. Relief pitchers generally get abused in this league, and I don't know why that is. 5-8, and that's a long fly ball to right field. Out number 2. Easy play for Danny Murphy. Back by the wall. Brings us to Billy Gilbert, second baseman. 4-9. Grounder to second. 1-2-3. Go the Giants. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Athletics are able to hold the Giants at bay. Stanch the bleeding, as it were. Christy Mathewson still on the hill and going strong for New York. Leadoff batter, Rube Oldring, 6-6, strikeout. Danny Murphy, right fielder, 110, gets a one-out single, his second hit of the game. Briss Lord lined out to second, struck out, popped out to first, his first three at bats, one away, man at first, 4-3. Mathewson's card, grounder to first, X. That's Dan McGann. He's a 2 with a 10, and that is an error on McGann. E3, one base error, one out, two men on for the Philadelphia Athletics. Shortstop Jack Berry. He's going to swing at Mathewson, 6-4, strikeout. That is the third time Berry has fallen victim to Mathewson. Ira Thomas, 2 away. 6-3, fly ball to right field, X. George Brown is a 2 within 11. Gets underneath it. It falls in front of him. Gets by him. Not far. He scoops it up. It is a single for Ira Thomas. However, Danny Murphy, rounding third, is able to score RBI single for the catcher. 5-3 is your score. 2 outs. Top of the 8th. Briss Lord is able to make it to third. There was an error. That is an unearned run. And Amos Strunk is not the batter. Dave Danforth is going to get pinch hit for as well. I'm thinking, who do we have? Who do we have? Going through the bench. We are going through the bench. Patty Livingston, a backup catcher, is going to pinch hit for Danforth. Pinch hit. He is a 9E. Christy Mathewson, 2 outs. Men at the corners. Top of the 8th. 2-run ball game. 2-8. And that's a strikeout by Livingston. That's going to retire the side. Run scored. 5-3 is your score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. And the A's are going to have another new pitcher. Da-de-da-de-da. Let's put them back. Who's going to come in and pitch for Danforth? He did not in the last game. However, Harry Krause is going to come in and throw some baseballs here. Krause, Danforth went an inning. Athletics are trying to claw their way back. Bad Bill Donlin, bottom of the order, up for the Giants here in the bottom of the 8th. 2-6, fly ball to left. That is 1 away. Christy Mathewson will have his plate appearance. 3-9 single. Mathewson has been on base all 4 times in this game. That is his second base hit. Mike Turkey Donlin, man on first, 1 out, 5. 8 goes down swinging. That is 2 away. We come to Art Devlin, third baseman. Harry Krause looking to end this inning, 2-9, and does so. Gets Devlin to ground to short. Berry over to Stuffy McInnes, out number 3. Nothing across the plate for the Giants. We go to the top of the 9th, and the Athletics are down by 2, and they're back to the top of the order. And Christy Mathewson is still on the hill. John McGraw knows he can do it. Eddie Collins, 4-5 on Mathewson, and Collins leads off with a single, his third base hit. Collins wants to steal. Collins wants to steal. They put the hold on him, 113. Collins wants to steal. He's doing it. Oh, he's thrown out. Oh, Derek. 5-2 grounder to first. Do or die right now for the Athletics. 2 away, top of the ninth, down by 2. Stuffy McInnes. And yeah, Derek 0 for 3. He had a sacrifice fly RBI, brought one of the runs across the plate, but how much better might Home Run Baker have done? You know, how much better might he have done? Christy Mathewson looks in, gets a sign from Roger Bresnahan, likes what he sees. Here comes the pitch to Stuffy McInnes. 5-4, fly ball to center field. Back goes Turkey Donlin. He is a 2 with a 12. Gets underneath it, smacks his mitt, makes the catch. And the Giants take the homestead. Your final score, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1, 2, 3. 5-3 Giants. No errors for New York. No errors for Philadelphia. 1 for New York. Let me straighten this stuff up and we'll do some stats because we likes our stats. Let's get Baker back in the lineup so I don't forget that in the next game. Yeah, that's it for the Athletics, actually. They're going to end the season at 12-8, and they're going to hope that that win-loss record is enough to stand up to Pittsburgh. The Pirates have 4 more games to play. They only need to win 3 of them to take over first place and have home field advantage throughout the best-of-7 dead ball series. Forget it. We're going to call it what it is, the Dead Ball World Series. Let's see, Giants. Get rid of the pitcher's hitting card. Yeah, Christy Mathewson, probably going to get player of the game, I'm willing to bet. We'll go through the formalities of you guys voting. IDJ, glad you can make it, man. Glad you could make it. It's proven to be a really good league, Jerry, once I finally got back on board and got this sucker going. All right, so 5-3. Let's do some batting stats to give us pitching stats. But real quick, Krause went an inning. Mathewson, complete game win, went 9. Gettysburg Eddie tagged with the loss. Okay, Eddie Collins, 3 for 5. Run batted in, caught stealing. Home run Baker, 1 of 2. Claude Derrick, 0 for 2, actually, not 0 for 3. Sacrifice fly, run batted in. Stuffy McInnes, 1 for 5. 1 for 4, Rube Oldring with a strikeout. 2 for 4, Danny Murphy scored a run, strikeout. 0 for 4, Briss Lord with a strikeout. Jack Berry, 1 of 4, strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Ira Thomas, 2 of 4, run scored, run batted in. Eddie Plank, 1 of 2, scored a run, strikeout. Pitcher helping himself out. Jack Lapp, 1 for 1 with a double. Strunk, 0 for 0. Pinch runner. And Patty Livingston, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 hits for the Athletics in the loss. So Mathewson gave up 13 hits, 3 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. He issued no walks. He struck out 8. That's not too shabby. Max, I'm glad you like the games. I really am. I have fun playing these games. Some of these games are really great, even the really stinking long ones. This is fun. I so love playing strat-o-matic. I really do. I so love playing baseball games in general. And I say that the only other one I play is Payoff Pitch, and I don't play it nearly as much as strat-o-matic because I just love strat-o-matic. Payoff Pitch has its nuances that I prefer. Man, I love strat-o-matic. I really do. So much. Mike Donlin, Giants batting. He is 2 for 4. Run scored, run batted in, double, K and a walk. Art Devlin, 0 for 5. 2 strikeouts. Sam Mertz, 2 for 4, 2 runs batted in, 2 triples, struck out once. Might as well say 2 home runs. I mean, yeah, big 6, but you know what? Sam Mertz with 2 triples, and he drove in the final 2 runs. That's nothing to shake your head at. But yeah, Mathewson still, oh man, 2 great performances right there. George Brown, 1 of 4, strikeout. Dan McGann, 1 of 4, scored a run. Roger Bresnahan, 2 of 4, scored a run, had a double. Billy Gilbert, 2 of 4. A lot of hitting for the Giants. 2 runs batted in. Bill Dolan, 0 for 4, scored a run, reached on a fielder's choice. Christy Mathewson, 2 of 3. Okay, yeah, Christy Mathewson gets it because he had it at the plate as well. Scored a run, drew a walk. Yeah, Christy Mathewson, player of the game. What do you think, guys? Yeah, definitely. I'm going with that. Player of the game because the pitchers get it a lot in the dead ball league. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hits is all New York got compared to 13 for Philadelphia. So Krause gave up 1 hit and struck out 1 in his inning. Perfect inning for Danforth. So the bullpen did really good for the Athletics, but Eddie Plank just gave up too much too soon. 11 hits are his, all 5 runs, and they were all earned. He walked 2. 5 team strikeouts. 4 are Eddie Plank's, and he did not give up a home run. Yeah, Christy Mathewson, player of the game, absolutely. B.J. Wanlin in there with it. Jerry Ball, myself, yep, definitely. Oh, so yeah, here is the league again. Now Philadelphia is 12-8, which really, I mean, Pittsburgh is right there, percentage points off. Pittsburgh is pretty much even with them right now. But if they win 3 more games, they've got it outright. 2 more games, it'll come down to head-to-head tiebreakers. So we'll just have to see how that goes. The New York Giants are now 9-9, tied with the Tigers for 3rd, 2 games behind Pittsburgh. 12-8 with only 2 games to play. They can't win 12 or more, so they're mathematically out of the top. But they're still in it with Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh could lose 4, and maybe Detroit and New York. I mean, they could work their way in there. The best the Cubbies can do is a tie with Pittsburgh if Pittsburgh loses out and the Cubs win out. The White Sox are out. 8-12, their season's done. They've played their 20 games. Oh, man, Giants pitchers put the hurt on the White Elephants today. Yes, indeed, they did. I mean, Christy Mathewson in the 2nd game. In the 1st game, the domination by Joe McGinnity, Iron Man. Both complete game wins. Impressive strikeout totals. So your final of that game is 5-3 New York. And let's hit the strat and just say hey to everybody just to make sure I didn't miss anybody. The Giants can still sneak in. They can still sneak in the back door. I mean, they've got a shot to light it up with Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh loses out, if Pittsburgh for some strange reason falls flat on their face and loses out, and it opens up the whole thing. So it really, at this point, pivots on Pittsburgh. Philadelphia is done. They're on top. Chicago is done. They're on the bottom. All 4 middle teams still are playing. Tigers and Giants only have 2 games left, 1 doubleheader each. The Cubs and the Pirates have 2 doubleheaders each, 4 games. So there's still some baseball to be played, and it's real tight in the middle. So it's going to come down to the wire, I really think. And honestly, at this point, it's going to come down to the wire to see who the Athletics are going to play in the Dead Ball World Series, and also where the home field advantage is going to fall. I mean, Philadelphia, they're pretty much a shoo-in at this point. No one else can get to Philadelphia. No one else can get to the lead. So It's who Philadelphia is going to play and where most of the games are going to be played, where game one is going to be played. That's what's up to grabs right now. Philadelphia's in. Jerry, have a good evening. Glad you can make it, friend. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I do appreciate it. Derek Dodgers Royal fan, Max Cornelius, BJ Wanlin, ID Jester was in here. Thank you very much for coming, sir. Check out his channel, everybody. ID Jester. He's got some good RPG stuff going, PC, and also some tabletop cards and dice baseball games that he has adapted, made scans of the cards, and he's got folders and everything, and he's adapted it to PC play, so he plays them on his computer. Very inventive chap, IDJ. Check him out. A few others were in way up here in the chat if I can find them, but pretty much hit everybody. Don Heston from Iowa, glad you can make it again, sir. I really hope you enjoyed the game. Butterbench FB was here early on. If he is still here, I'm glad you can make it. Larry Harris, Final 08, shout out to you there, fellow Buckeye. Yeah, I'm in Delaware, but I grew up in Ohio. I bleed scarlet and gray. Mike McAllister was in here very early, had some business to take care of, threw a hello and goodbye to everybody. That pretty much hit everybody there that was in the chat this evening. BJ, good night. Again, glad you guys could make it. This is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware, your final for the second game. New York Giants moved to 9-9, beating the Philadelphia Athletics 5-3. In 9 innings. A's are 12-8. They lose their last 4 games to skid across the finish line, and now it is really up to Pittsburgh. It's up to the Pirates at 10-6 to see if they are going to be able to overtake the Philadelphia Athletics. If they win 2, they tie for the lead. If they win 3 of their last 4, they've got home field advantage. Don, yeah, glad you can make it, man. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the games. Good night to you. Good night, everybody. Again, this is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware. Guys, I'll see you through the weekend. We're going to do some streaming again, maybe knock out the Dead Ball League. You never know, because I just love this game. But have a great evening. If I don't see you, have a great weekend. Keep on rolling.